under supervision. More than 4,000 students from 50 states, the District of Columbia, Canada, and American schools abroad participated in 1992. This fall, 658 high school seniors were honored for their excellence in written English. I am very pleased to announce that both of Wadsworth nominees for the 1992 competition were among the list of winners. It gives me great pleasure to present the NCTE Awards in Writing Achievement to Laura Lee Miller and Brenna Shankman.
The teacher recognition portion of our program will be next. Nancy Wyan and Leah Anglin will present the National Honor Society Teacher of the Year Award. Frederick Nerbrand and Claudia Bernhardt will present a Foreign Exchange Program Award. Mr. Chuck Parsons will present the Retiring Teachers and Staff and the Ohio Vocational Teacher Award.
Today, Leah and I have the honor of presenting the Teacher of the Year Award. But before we get started, we'd like to inform everyone of the changes that have taken place concerning the selection of the teacher. In the past, the National Honor Society had voted for the teacher amongst themselves. But this year, we felt in order to receive a more diverse and fair representation of the teacher, we opened up the nomination to the senior class.
In so doing, we are pleased to say that this year's award is derived from the class of 1993. Still, we would have loved to give each and every teacher here an award because they have affected us in many ways. Yet, we do have the privilege of awarding 2 Teachers of the Year. They deserve this prestigious award.
Okay, our guidelines for selecting the Teacher of the Year were a teacher who challenged you, who impacted you, who earned your respect, and who motivated you. By far, this teacher in question fulfilled these specific areas. For instance, it was brought to our attention that this teacher took it upon himself to impact a student so much that he decided to stay in school. He was able to persuade that person because of his good nature and wonderful personality. With that comment alone, this teacher grasped the attention of our entire committee. What more can be said about a teacher who devoted so much of his time to Wadsworth High School and its student body? This recipient also showed his true sense of compassion upon dealing with the tragic loss that occurred this year. He is always willing to donate his time to students who need his help. He has also devoted much of his time to the Wadsworth Automotive Systems. Without his help, the class wouldn't be what it is today. Well, without further ado, we are honored to present the first Teacher of the Award to Mr. Robert Rohr.
Okay. The second recipient of Teacher of the Year is highly deserving of this honor. He dedicates much of his time to students and athletes. In the classroom, this teacher has always been genuinely enthusiastic about his field of study, which in turn has cultivated an interest within his students year after year. His class is unforgettable. Many students are enlightened with new ways to study like blank sheeting, and new phrases to remember like, when in doubt, say protein. Outside of his classroom, he's a dedicated coach. He is very unselfish with his time when he works with players, and he often puts them first. He has coached several teams throughout his teaching career and has approached each one of them with the same enthusiasm he displays in the classroom. Above all, his most outstanding quality is the personal attention he pays to students and players. He sees each student and player as an individual with his or her own needs and desires. He truly cares about the people around him. Qualities such as these are what make a teacher stand above the rest, and I'm very proud to give this award to my teacher, tennis coach, and friend. Congratulations, Coach O.
Thank you very much. I'm deeply honored by this. Not quite sure what to say, but I'm encouraged to say something. I will keep it shorter than last night's track banquet. You can be very thankful for that, yes. It's been an interesting 31 years here. I came here in the fall of 1962, gone through, counted them the other day just out of curiosity, knowing I'm going out, and I think it's 5 superintendents and 7 principals that I managed to outlast. It's been fun. I guess another thing that comes to mind is a track coach from Green would always show up, and Green was always right there close with us. His comment was always, well, I'm just glad to be here, just happy to be here, and kind of undermining what he had done. I feel the same way. I don't know if you guys really realize what you've got here, but you've got a tremendous staff. There's so many people that could be getting this. I can't think of a better place to have taught. And the people that have been around me, the staff people around me, the other fellow teachers, just been tremendous, a lot of talent, so forth. But the other thing, I guess I should say thank you to some other people too. Should probably thank my parents for encouraging me to go to college and go into education. Some of you need to turn around perhaps today and do that same thing. So I'd say thanks to them, and thanks to Coach Lang. We're in a very unique situation, with that team situation, so we kind of share the load over there. It's kind of a matter of, some of you probably think we're both incompetent if you string us out there by ourselves, but we've been together 21 years. Many marriages don't last that long, and it's been a good relationship. Mark, wherever you are out there, thanks. It's been a nice career with you, and thank you very much. I'm deeply honored.
Mr. Rohr is just too shy to come down here and tell you thank you. So I'm going to tell you that a couple weeks ago we had an award ceremony for the juniors and seniors, and he didn't show up that day either because he was afraid to say goodbye since he is retiring this year. So from the bottom of his heart, and he makes our vocational program very, very proud to thank the senior class to give that. Mr. Rohr has helped many, many students. And many times in the vocational area, they are not recognized. So he thanks you very, very much for the award.
This time I'd like to have Frederick come to the stage, please, and Claudia. They asked to have the microphone today, so I'll give them the mic.
Wadsworth has been nominated to receive the 1993 International Education Award of Excellence for your support and commitment to student exchange. As representatives of Youth for Understanding International Exchange, we would like to express our appreciation to you for enabling us to work in partnership to promote culture diversity, friendship among nations, and opportunities for personal development through international student exchange.
Tomorrow's leaders are being educated today. Your commitment to international education through exchange is making a difference in the global community, the local community, and in the lives of students, the leaders of tomorrow.
We would like to give this to Mr. Polya, plaque, and atlas.
On behalf of, for those of you that are not familiar with Frederick and Claudia, Frederick is a foreign exchange student from the Youth from Understanding International and has presented Wadsworth High School with a plaque for giving to those students that come from foreign countries. Thank you, Frederick. You've been a great tradition, or a great honor to have you in the class of 1993. Claudia is from Germany. Claudia has presented the high school with a new atlas, an international atlas that we'll present and put in our library. And we thank you, Claudia, for also being an addition to Wadsworth High School's class of 93. Thank you.
I'm very proud to recognize 7 friends and colleagues who have decided to retire. Hopefully they will enjoy many years of retirement, will visit our school often. At this time, I would like to call each of those individuals to the stage. Mrs. Lois Hardison, Mr. Richard Manful, Mr. Bill Owenschlager, Mr. Robert Rohr, Mr. David Sladke, Mr. William Thompson, and Mr. Ronald Witt. These individuals have served the Wadsworth City Schools 173 years in combined service. I've had the pleasure of knowing them as friends as well as colleagues, and I'm very proud to call them all friends as well as teachers for our school system. Mr. Paul, you handed each of them a package which contains a brass photograph album with their name on the front and their years of service. I would like to read those years of service for you. Mrs. Hardison has served the Wadsworth City Schools 24 years, Mr. Manful 26 years, Mr. Owenschlager 31, Mr. Rohr 19, Mr. David Sladke 21, Mr. Bill Thompson 26, and Mr. Ron Witt 26 years. I know all of these individuals are very proud to be called teachers, and I certainly cannot take time this morning to read excerpts about each of them, but I would like to share just a couple of thoughts written by these individuals, or for these individuals, by our students, just to illustrate the impact that teachers can have on the lives of high school students. Let me share just 2 paragraphs from an essay written about Mr. Thompson. The most influential man in my life is not a superstar, a world-renowned speaker, or the mayor of a little town. He's not even my father or my brother. He's my 9th grade health teacher, Coach Bill Thompson. He always seems to have a complete devotion to the well-being of his students and a genuine interest in their feelings, just like a true friend. And then a second excerpt about Mr. Rohr. The teacher I admire most of all is Mr. Rohr, because he has kept me in school, made me want to be a mechanic, and is always there when someone needs to talk. He is more of a friend teaching us rather than a teacher teaching us. And the essay goes on in a very beautiful fashion. Those are just two illustrations of the impact these individuals have had on literally thousands of lives. I respect them. I know you do. I have another gift for each of them. On the first page of their photo album, I would hope that they would display the photograph I'm about to hand them. It is the picture they gave us the first year they began to teach. They're in all different sizes. They have several staple holes in them. Some of them even have hair. Would you please join me in thanking these individuals for the many years of service they've devoted to the youth of Wadsworth. I have the pleasure of making one additional announcement today. A former National Honor Society Teacher of the Year, Mr. Jesse Smith, was just selected as the Ohio Vocational Teacher of the Year in the building trades. And I would like to recognize him at this time and have him come on stage. I think all of you recognize Mr. Smith as a caring, honest, and dedicated person. And I've had the pleasure of working with him and watching him develop young men and women and helping them to acquire skills which will enable them to be successful throughout life. And I thank him and commend him for the honor he received as Ohio Vocational Teacher of the Year. Thank you.
The Athletic Achievement Awards will next be presented. The Grizzly Memorial Award will be given by Mr. Glenn Wojak. The Tony Detweiler Memorial will be given by Mr. Ron Jones. The Marine Distinguished Athlete and the Distinguished Musician will be presented by Sergeant Roseman. The Army Scholar Athletes will be presented by Sergeant Rader. The Wadsworth Running Club will present its award by Mr. John Chappell. The Helen Allen Liebert Memorial will be presented by Mrs. Sally Porter. The Boosters Club Outstanding Athletes will be presented by Mr. Nelson Axelrod. The OHSAA Scholar Athletes and the OHSAA Archie Griffin Sportsmanship Awards will be presented by Mr. Bill Owenschlager.
It's my pleasure to be here on behalf of Sun Newspapers to present the Grizzly Memorial Award. H.J. Hall, the former publisher of the News Banner, created this award in 1945 to honor outstanding Wadsworth High athletes and to also remember some former athletes who served their country in World War II. The first winner of the award was James Foreman, who went on to a distinguished law career. Many other outstanding young men have received this award over the years, lending to the rich tradition associated with the Grizzly Memorial Award. To be eligible to win this honor, a student must play football and letter in one other varsity sport. He should also show team spirit, good sportsmanship, leadership, and do sound classroom work. The winner is selected by a vote of the football players and coaches, and he receives a wristwatch with his name and the year of the award engraved on the back. This year's winner was a talented and hard-hitting tackler on the defense of the Grizzly football team. He is Tom Laparo.
The Tony Detweiler Award goes to a male athlete who has participated in football. This award goes to a young man who is always helping and encouraging others on his team to be the best that they can be. But most of all, it goes to a person who has a positive outlook on the present and the future. An optimist, not a pessimist. One who is everybody's friend and leader. To the athlete who earns this honor, may he walk taller, holding his head a little higher, and forever be proud to have received this honor in Tony's name. It gives me the great honor to present the 1993 Tony Detweiler Memorial Award for Leadership to Sean Horner.
Good morning. For over 200 years, the Marine Corps has had as one of its foundations physical fitness. We have a long tradition of that, and we're constantly being tested on that. Physical fitness is something that starts in the schools, in the high school sports programs. The Marine Corps knows this. This is why we support the high schools and really enjoy participating in sports programs. For this reason, we give out the Distinguished Athlete Award. This award is given to the outstanding athlete for displaying courage, poise, self-confidence, and leadership as a high school athlete. This year, the Distinguished Athlete Award goes to Stephanie Strong. Marine Corps also has another proud tradition, its music program. We're proud to have one of the finest musical programs in the country. The most prominent component of that is what we call the President's Own. That's the band that performs at the White House for all official dinners. Whatever the President does, whenever he has music, the Marines are there. Once again, the foundation for musical careers is based in the high schools. We give out the Semper Fidelis Award for this. Semper Fidelis is the Marine Corps motto, means always faithful. It's presented to the outstanding bandsmen in recognition of diligence, dedication, and musical excellence as a high school bandsman and soloist. This year, the Semper Fidelis Award goes to Mr. James Wise.
Good morning. How y'all doing? Come on, let's go. Y'all having a good time so far or not? Well, I can't say much more than what the Marines have already said about athletics and everything else as far as education. But the Army and the Army Reserve give out a award every year to people, seniors in high school. Today we're giving out 3, which is unique. And I'd like to have them 3 come up here. Sarah Wilfong, Eric Wallet, Matt Schlatsky. Along with a certificate, they also get a wear a medal. You want to put on her head right now. There you go.
The Helen Allen Liebert Memorial Award was established by her family to be given to recognize a senior girl athlete who has won a varsity award her senior year and has lettered in one other sport during her high school career. This award is given in recognition of good athletic ability, sound moral character, leadership, cooperation, team play, and to have a classroom average of C or better. Our recipient not only has all the above, but also is a young lady who is committed to her family and faith, much like the lady for whom the award was established. This year's recipient is Sarah Wilfong.
For the Wadsworth All Sports Booster Club, the outstanding male athlete is lettered for several years in football, track, and soccer, Sean Horner. The outstanding female athlete, 12 letters, track, basketball, and cross country, Stephanie Martin.
Good morning, seniors. I'm John Chappell. I'm representing the Wadsworth Running Club. And each year, the Wadsworth Running Club would like to recognize or honor in some fashion an outstanding female and male track athlete. This year we are presenting the award to 2 of the best who have ever passed through Wadsworth High School. Would Stephanie Martin and Sean Horner please come forward? I have a few notes on Stephanie's career. You're one of those rare individuals who have participated in 3 sports per year throughout your high school career. You have earned 4 letters in both cross country and track, along with 4 in basketball. You were all suburban for 4 consecutive years as you helped lead or led your team to 4 consecutive Suburban League championships in cross country. Your running was a large factor in the success for the 1992 state qualifying cross country team. You won the district cross country race in the fall of '92, your senior year. In track, you have won the 400 and 800 meter races at the prestigious Medina County meet the past 2 years. Your junior year saw you capture the district championship and go on to finish 8th in 800 in the state meet in Columbus. This year, your senior year, saw you win the district in the 100-meter hurdles and 800-meter run. You went on from there to establish a school record of 15:27 in the hurdles in the regional meet in Dublin last weekend. This year you won the district championship in the 100-meter hurdles last weekend. Stephanie, in addition to your fine accomplishments, you are a tenacious competitor, have a fine work ethic, and have represented Wadsworth well over the past 4 years. Congratulations on a fine career and best wishes in the years ahead. Sean, the Wadsworth Running Club is proud to be honoring your achievements over the past 4 years with this plaque. You are a rare 4-year letter winner in a very established and successful track program. Among your accomplishments are winning 4 Suburban League championships your junior year as you won the 100-meter, the 200-meter, and the 400-meter race, along with providing a strong anchor leg in the winning mile relay team. This feat was repeated but for a second-place mile relay finish this year. This, your senior year, also saw you winning the district title in the 100-meter dash and also qualifying out in the 200 and 400-meter. You managed 5th-place finishes in the 200 and the 400 in Dublin last weekend. Your contribution to Wadsworth Track is perhaps best appreciated in as much as you are the 2nd-place career scoring leader in the history of Wadsworth Track and Field. Affectionately known as Horn Dog, you have won the respect of your teammates and coaches, and we of the running club wish you continued success and best wishes in the future. Thank you.
Going to take advantage and do a PS here, I guess, too. The postscript would be, I recognize fellow teachers and I think I recognized administration, but what's made it fun over the 31 years are you guys really out here. It's a tremendous student body that we have at Wadsworth. I'd like you to do something, too, that I know affects me each year. We get done with these awards things. There are a number of us on the faculty that sit around, and it's kind of like sad that there are good people that get overlooked. There just are every year. I would like us to give a round of applause to all the people out here because all of you, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, are deserving of having put in a real good year in 92, 93. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. The Ohio High School Athletic Association presents 2 awards in 2 categories to high school seniors. First one from the Ohio High School Athletic Association. They are the governing body for sports in the state of Ohio, is in recognition of academic achievement while participating in sports at Wadsworth High School. Please hold your applause till I read both names. I would like to call to the stage Shar Ott and Eric Wallet. The second category, also presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association, is the Archie Griffin Sportsmanship Award. And again, if you would hold your applause until both names are read. To the stage, please, Katie McIlvain and Travis Dusky.
The last portion of our program is the awards for leadership and character. The I Dare You Award will be presented by John Plattick and Sarah Wolfong. The Sunshine Leadership Award will be presented by Mrs. Sally Porter. The Jerry Ann Segrist Memorial by Roseanne Barlow. The Lori Segrist Memorial and the Student of the Month by Mrs. Twyla Toth. The Women's Leadership Award will be presented by Mr. Mike Mahaney. Outstanding VOFT Student will be presented by Mrs. Jean Hurd. The Gyro Club Award by Dr. Jeff Warner. The Goldstein Memorials by Mrs. Linda Kramer. And the closing by Mr. Anthony Paglia.
The I Dare You Award is given to a boy and a girl in the junior class. Juniors are nominated by their teachers and chosen by a committee. This award is given to those students who have exemplified leadership and to those with a tremendous potential to lead. This award challenges the recipients to press forward and to make a difference in the world around them. The recipients' peers look towards them to set an example and to motivate others. The I Dare You Award is given to those who strive a little extra to make the world around them better.
At this time, I would like to say that this award is not the end of the road, but it is merely the beginning. It will open up many leadership opportunities, and this award is to show you that we not only believe in you, but also support you. This very prestigious award should be taken very seriously. I challenge you, the recipients of this award, to do what is necessary to fulfill the dare, because it is worth it. And now, without further ado, 1993 I Dare You Award winners are Laura Heckel and Eric Lynn.
Open them up and see. Okay, this one's Eric.
The Sunshine Leadership Award is given each year by the East Ohio Gas Company, and they recognize a senior who has unselfishly contributed to the improvement in the school. This year, our recipient has pulled off many firsts for the school: a lock-in, a talent show, more after-game dances, the STAR program, more student council members attending conferences in other cities, and a point involvement program for student council. This saying by William Ward sums up our recipient: greatness is not found in the possessions, power, position, or prestige. It is discovered in goodness, humility, service, and character. This young lady has given many hours of service to Wadsworth High School, and we want to thank Wendy Sayer.
Jerry Ann Segrist was a student here many years ago. She was the oldest of 3 girls who inherited a disease called Gardner's syndrome, which is a form of cancer. Jerry Ann was the one daughter to have more complications, endure more operations, and pass away at the youngest age. She was extremely well respected and very much loved by her classmates, who admired her strong faith and courage. She was not able to complete her senior year with her classmates, but she continued to keep up her grades, where she received top grades and was a member of National Honor Society through a very painful year. During her final days in the hospital, Dr. Meadows and our principal, who was then at that time Mr. Spakowski, went to Jerry Ann's bedside to present her with her long-awaited diploma. This young lady was so special that she was actually surprised, pleased, and barely able to lift her head from the pillow when she said, "Did I earn this?" Soon after Jerry Ann's death, her classmates set up a memorial in her honor in the courtyard. I imagine some of you have seen it out there. Having been a member of National Honor Society, the membership created the Jerry Ann Sechrist Leadership Award to be given each year to a girl with qualities that closely match those of Jerry Ann. A well-rounded student with outstanding leadership qualities and an incredible strength to overcome and endure. This award is a crystal bell, because Jerry Ann had a lovely crystal bell collection that was very important to her, and it's a symbol that holds the thought, did I earn it? This very special award goes to a young lady who continues to keep Jerry Ann's message of strength and positive attitude alive. It's my honor to present this award to Valerie Tripp.
The second of these two sisters, Lori Sechrist, was a student of mine many years ago, as Jerry had been. The really sad thing to me about these many memorial awards that we give each year is the fact that there are only a few of us around now who really knew those kids, who knew what they were, knew their fabric and their fiber. And so when we give these awards, it's a very special thing for us, and sometimes perhaps not quite so special for the students here sitting in the student body, because you didn't know them and what they stood for, what they amounted to. Lori Sechrist lived longer than her sister, Jerry Ann. And I guess maybe the thing I remember best about her is that she lived fully, even when she knew quite well she was dying. And I think that's quite a tribute. She knew from a very young age that she was afflicted with the very same kind of cancer that her sister had and that her younger sister had as well. She knew that she probably would not live to be a young adult. She knew that life for her was very short, and therefore each day had to be meaningful. She didn't throw a pity party, and she didn't worry herself over a bad hair day. She was joyful. She was willing to help, and I think maybe the very best thing I remember about her, the last day she came to see me when she was off to college, she came to see me looking very much pregnant, because these tumors in her stomach made her necessary for her to wear really loose garments. And she came in and she looked so sad and she looked so tired. But in her eyes and then over her face, there was a smile that I cannot explain to you nor describe for you. It was the smile of a young girl that knew she was dying, knew that she didn't have all of the things accomplished that she had set out to do, but because she had a very deep, abiding faith in the Lord, she knew that it was all worthwhile. So when I think of the Lori Ann Sechrist Award, I think of a girl who is willing and cheerful and kind in spite of the circumstances. I think of someone who is able to look forward, not backward, someone who does not look at her lot in life and wonder, why me? She looks instead and says, why not? This year's award goes to a young lady who's been up here many times already today, but she's worthy of this award. She has known loss and difficulty in her own young life, but she has a smile and a helpful hand, and she has a deep, abiding faith in her Lord. And for this today, I applaud her and give her my utmost respect, and we also give her the Lori Ann Sechrist Award. Sarah Wilfong. I also have the responsibility of handling a duty for Mr. Greckney, who could not be here today. As you know, Student of the Month is a county-wide program sponsored by the Kiwanis and Key Clubs of Medina County. As a member of Kiwanis, I'm particularly pleased with our participation in this organization. Recipients of this award are selected by a group of students on the basis of leadership, school and service community, and participation in music or drama or athletics, the awards and the honors earned, and on their basis of scholarship. On behalf of Mr. Greckney, I would like to recognize and thank the members of this year's selection committee. You need not come forward, but if you would please stand. Amy Rook, Mike Kali, Ed Lewis, Connie Dale, and Leah Anglin. We want to thank you for your participation in this. This isn't an easy kind of thing to do when you're sitting in judgment on your own peers, and I think for that reason, you've all managed honorably this year. I'm going to announce the winners. Those of you who have been chosen certainly already know that, but we would like you to come forward, and Mr. Paya will help me by passing out the certificates. Will you please come as I call your names? Brenna Shankman and Eric Wallet were our October Students of the Month. Valerie Tripp and Brad Delacroix were our November Students of the Month. Julie Woodrum and Sean Horner were December Students of the Month. For January, there was Laura Lee Miller and Joe Montoni. And in February, Stephanie Martin and Matt Sladke. In March, Allison Alexander and John Miller. In April, Wendy Sayer and David Keller. And our May Students of the Month were Connie Dale and Ed Lewis. Would you please join me in appreciation for them?
Shuffle off.
Since Recognition Day 1979, Student Council, in cooperation with the senior class, has given an Alumni Womanhood Award to a senior girl. The purpose of this award is to recognize one senior girl for her accomplishments as a leader and for her general development and demonstration of strong character and convictions. The specific criteria of selection for this award are active participation in school programs, superior ability to handle responsibility for events, organizing people, places, materials, motivating others to participate and carry out responsibilities. Good rapport with students. Students show respect for her leadership by following her example. Ability to communicate with students, faculty, and administration, and demonstrating her convictions and character by remaining strong in the face of less favorable situations. The selection committee has selected a senior girl who in her 4 years at Wadsworth High School demonstrated many times her leadership abilities by being a class officer, being a member and officer of student council, making significant contributions to the development of leadership qualities of other student council members, has demonstrated leadership and ability to rally teammates to victory as captain of the 1992 girls soccer team, supervised all events in the recent successful student council sponsored lock-in. Finally, has personally given much to Wadsworth High School student body as a peer counselor and all-around outstanding role model. It gives me much pleasure and pride to present the 1993 Alumni Womanhood Award to Miss Wendy Sayer.
I'm pleased to be here this morning as a representative of the VOFT program. Students from Wadsworth High School have literally volunteered over 1,000 hours of service this past school year to the community at agencies and special events such as the American Red Cross Bloodmobiles, the Wadsworth Public Library, Medina General Hospital, the Center for Older Adults, the Steiner Youth Center, and the Special Olympics. The list truly goes on, and I would not have time this morning to repeat to you all of the agencies and the events that students here at the high school have volunteered their time at. This has all been made possible through VOFT, Volunteer Opportunities for Teens, which was implemented here at the high school this school year. All of you that have volunteered your time have made a very positive impact on the lives of others and on the community, and I applaud you for your efforts. It is with great pleasure that I have the opportunity to recognize a student this morning from your high school for her outstanding community service. She has contributed over 120 hours of volunteer service at her church, Medina General Hospital, the Center for Older Adults, and through FHA. At this time, I would like to present Melinda Rogo as the VOF Student of the Year for Wadsworth High School.
I'm filling in for Dr. Warner here. The Gyro Club International is an international fraternity of friendship. I was happy to see that in your class motto you use the phrase friends forever throughout the years. You'll find that the friends that you made in high school and the friends that you will make down the road will be very important in your life. In memory of the members of the Wadsworth Gyro Club that are no longer with us, the Wadsworth Gyro Club gives a $250 donation or award to a student that shows the qualities of friendship. What's nice about this award is it doesn't have to be used for any books or scholarship. You can just do with it as you want. The recipient of this award is Matt Slatke.
Hang on, it's almost over. You know, if it had only lasted a half hour, there wouldn't be all these honors and all these prizes given out. And I'm always a little in awe of this morning when I think about how many people have been honored, how many people have gotten awards, and how much money has been given out. The Ed and the Arnie Goldstein Awards are character awards. It's a great honor to receive a character award, to know that the awards committee picked these two award winners because they exhibit good character. In 1942, when the Goldstein family came to Wadsworth, they were the only Jewish family in the community. Ed was a pharmacist, and he opened the G&H drugstore, which is downtown now where the VFW hall is. He was well thought of in the community, and he did many things to help people in his quiet way. He and his wife raised 5 children in Wadsworth, and 3 of them became doctors. He was truly a man of good character, and our winner this year is a truly student of good character. He's a member of Key Club, choir, thespians, and speech debate. He ran a successful campaign to become mayor of Wadsworth in the Youth in the Government program this year. He will major in political science government at Ohio Wesleyan. The winner of the Ed Goldstein Award is Joe Montoni. Arnie Goldstein was an outstanding at everything he did. He was very popular. He was a good artist, an Eagle Scout, president of his class, and president of Student Council. He was nominated to West Point, but chose to go to Oberlin College and medical school. He became a flight surgeon in the U.S. Navy and died at sea in 1964 at the age of 27. I'd like to say it is a privilege that I knew these people and that I still am in touch with the family and know them. I think what Mrs. Toth said is very applicable about these people don't mean anything to you. This was a long time ago, and every year it seems to be a little bit longer. But they were important people to our school. The winner of the award this year is in marching band, concert band, ensemble for musicals. He's active in 4-H and his church youth group. He works at Bueller's and will major in music performance and music education at Ohio State. This year's winner is Sean Yancer.
Let me have your attention just as we finish up here, please. I see you're getting a little restless. Would Stephanie Strong and Mike Buckby please come to the stage? This next award is not in your program. It's a special award that we decided to recognize at the last minute. Stephanie and Mike, I'd like to recognize them as two students that are concerned about not only their future, but your future. Please listen. Over the past few years that I've been here, we've always had students try to recognize some type of environmental project. We've never had anyone succeed until this year when Stephanie Strong and Mike Buckby took it upon themselves to become environmentally sound and made Wadsworth High School a part of that program. With the help of their instructor, Mrs. Jane Back, they put out the environmental boxes to collect the cans, to collect the paper, and they committed themselves to do that the entire year. They collected all the dirty trash, the aluminum cans, took them to the recycling place. They collected the papers. They did it on their Saturdays, their Sundays. They did it all by themselves with the help of a few people in the club. I'd like to recognize them because they are the ones that are looking out for your future. We won't be here in maybe 30 years, but I hope the things that they've started today, I challenge you to continue to do at Wadsworth High School in your life. I'd like to recognize Mike and Stephanie and say thank you. In closing this morning, I know it seems as though it's been an eternity. I want to thank those of you that helped make this all possible. I'd like to thank the parents that sat through this with us today. First of all, I'd like to thank the student body for your attention. I think it's outstanding that you can sit here for 3 hours to award your fellow classmates and recognize their ability, and I applaud you as principal of Wadsworth High School. Thank you. Now, before you leave, hold on, before you leave, one final announcement. Those award winners will be honored with a banquet in the library in a few minutes. I ask you to come to the stage if you were a award winner today for pictures. Parents, you are invited to the library. We're going into fifth period. I thank you very much and have a great day.